Welcome to Cooking Lessons. We are making salmon today, and I'm going to show you how to make a Dijon mustard sauce using a little bone broth, a little Dijon, a little this, and a little of that, and how to make it so that the flavor just pops. And I'll tell you, salmon and Dijon mustard sauce is pretty darn good. I've made it before with chicken, but we love it with salmon. So let me show you how to make it. The first thing you're going to want to do is get a little ghee in that pan. Now, if you don't have ghee, you can use butter and then throw a little avocado oil on there. And you want a nice hot pan. Remember that. That's always important, is to get a nice hot pan. So while that is working, and you can see I've got my mise en place right here. All of my stuff is here and ready to go. I've got all my ingredients, I've got the implements that I'm going to need, including the garlic rocker who's kind of going crazy. And I'm going to show you, this is my piece of salmon that I have. Isn't that lovely? Now, to cut it is kind of difficult because you've got the skin on there. So what I do is I just take a pair of scissors, give it a good cut, snap, snap, and done. Look at that. Wow, wasn't that easy? Yes, it was. I could use that cloth that you have on your shoulder. Thank you. There we go. Okay, so we have a nice hot pan, and we have 2 fillets sitting here ready to go. One of my favorite things to use, and I use this even when I'm putting a sauce on it, is the blackened fish seasoning from Ava Jane's Kitchen. You can find it at savingdinner.com/Leanne-recommends. My Leanne Recommends page has all kinds of stuff on there. And this is one of my favorite things. And I will tell you, Ava Jane does a fantastic job. I get new seasonings every month, and this is one of my favorites. When I just got it rebooted back, I was thrilled to get it. And it's just a really good seasoning. It's the blackened fish, so it has a little bit of zing to it, which only adds to the sauce when you do it. And I only do one side because the other side, as you know, holy cow, I got stuck in this. The oven was pulling on my shirt. So now that I'm all hot and ready to go, I take my fish and down it goes, just like that. And I take the paper off too, just like that. And one of the things that I do is I offload, as I'm done with these, I offload it to the side. And that way when it's time for cleanup, everything is where it needs to be. It makes it easy. And I also use my cutting board to gather up all the stuff that I've used already as well. So while that fish is cooking, I'm going to get everything else ready. Now I've got some garlic here, about 3 cloves of garlic, because I do like myself a good garlic. I'm using a garlic rocker to get the garlic out. Whoops. It's a good upper body workout too, you know? Keeps things going. There we go. I'm just going to add that back into the little dish so that's ready to go. I've got salt and pepper and thyme. You're probably thinking, you use thyme all the time, Leanne. Double thyme. Get it? Yes, I do use thyme all the time. It is a good basic spice, and it does just the right thing. And it basically works with anything, from fish to chicken to beef. It works with anything. And it has a nice subtle flavor. So if you like thyme, great. If you don't like thyme, you can always substitute in oregano. I find oregano to be a little bit too potent, while thyme is very subtle. But that's one of the reasons why I use that. Now, you notice I didn't salt and pepper, but I will go back and likely, salt and pepper the whole sauce when I make it. And, there's definitely some things that need to happen. So everything here, I'm going to get everything ready to go. I have a little bit of cream. I also have bone broth on the stovetop. We made that earlier last night, and so this is the extra. And so we use that. Salt, pepper, get the thyme ready to go. Oh, great. This needs to be opened. Okay, time is open. There we go. Mustard's open. This is called Better Than Bouillon. Now they have lots of different kinds. The kind that I used to get at Costco, well, we don't go to Costco anymore because it's way too far away, but this one is roasted garlic, but it's basically full of chicken. And I use that as well. It just adds a little bit of dimension to the sauce, and it's nice. And I use it with my little tiny whisk. That's probably as much as I'm going to use. I also use my big whisk. That's how I'm going to get the mustard out. Garlic's ready to go. I add butter as I'm going. So yes, it's a very, very rich sauce. This is very keto friendly, and it's quite delicious. Plus, you get all your omega-3 fatty acids in. So we're going to give this a turn. You can see perfectly cooked. There we go. Give it another minute. And basically what you're trying to do is not overcook the fish. That could be a real problem because fish really dries out. So I'm going to be taking this off in just a minute. It will still be underdone, but then I'm going to have a good base to start the fish sauce off, the mustard sauce that I'm going to make. And then I will put it back into the sauce, simmer it for a minute, and then it's ready to plate and serve. So, you know, as I'm looking, I can get a fork and take a peek. This is how you peek to see if your fish is done or not. You take a little look, and you can see in the middle here, you can see that it's just slightly rare in the middle, but that's okay.
Didn't see it.
You didn't see it?
I zoomed in.
Okay, well here's you can see the rareness.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Yep, good stuff, baby. I'm actually going to turn it over because I'm going to take the skin off. Now I know a lot of people will eat the skin. I am not one of them. I will take that off. And then what I'll do is I'm going to turn this down to about medium, and I'm going to do 2 ladles full of bone broth, and I'm going to let that cook for a little minute while I'm going to get this skin off. And basically just use a knife to take it off with. This is, by the way, save that for your dog or your cat. Somebody's going to like it. Save it for you if you like it. All the more power to you if you like that stuff. For me, I don't know what it is. I think it's because my mother used to serve us canned salmon when we were kids and made those icky croquettes. Did you ever have any of that stuff? It's just nasty. And I'm taking some of this gray matter off too. There you go, not all of it. Okay, so now that we've done that part, it's time to make some sauce. So this is where you deglaze the pan. And all that little fishy goodness that's on there adds to the flavor component of your sauce. Now I've got a few little pieces of skin and what have you floating in here. I don't worry about that kind of stuff. It's just us. We're good. We're big boys and girls, and we can handle having an occasional little fleck of skin here and there. If you're a real purist, at this point you would pick up your pan and put it through a sieve and get rid of the garbage that's in there. Or the stuff, I should say. It's not garbage, it's food. So, there we go. And you can see it's kind of browned up a little bit, which is nice because that's from the bottom of the pan, all the seasonings and everything. And now all I'm going to do is start adding things and make a reduction. So I'm cranking up the heat a little bit. I'm going to start here with a little bit of the Better Than Bouillon. I love this stuff. They do a really good job with it. Natural ingredients and all of that. There's nothing too scary about it. But again, it just adds a little bit more dimension. I'm going to get the garlic in there. Let that cook for a minute. It's going to have some garlic in there. Yes. And then next up, I think I did. I used the big one. Is about 2 good teaspoons of Dijon mustard. This is a very strong flavor, so you don't want to put too much in there or you're just going to find yourself way overwhelmed. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get that moving. Look at this. You can already smell the goodness. It's delicious. Do another little splash. It doesn't really, I probably have put in about 1/3 of a cup, maybe less than that, of heavy cream. Heavy cream is what you want to use because it adds the thickness that you're looking for. And again, like I said, this is keto. I just added a dash of butter. I feel like Julia Child. Butter? There it is. Look at that. Now, I need my thyme. And again, you remember, thyme and a bunch of oregano, basil, rosemary, all of those are herbs. Herbs are different than spices. Spices are made from barks and berries and things like that. These herbs are made from plant leaves. And in them, they have all kinds of wonderful essential oils. So you always want to buy whole herbs and do this. Smash them up to release their essential oils and to release the flavor. And this is a perfect sauce. Hey, camera guy, why don't you get in here? Take a look-see. Yep, that is perfect. I'm going to add a little black pepper because black pepper's good. I don't need any salt. I tasted it already, and it's just right. Now, remember what I said? You're going to take that fish, put it back in the sauce, and the heat from the pan, just cover it, and the heat from the pan, in 5 minutes, you've got it all ready to go. Wasn't that easy? Now, you could have broccoli steaming at the same time because this takes mere minutes. You saw me from start to finish. It's 15 minutes to make dinner, and it's gourmet and fancy. So I hope you enjoyed this. And listen, I want to just give a shout out to all the new Dinner Answers subscribers and members. You are a part of our family now. Thank you so much for letting us serve you. Today is Tuesday, so you got your first, if you just joined last week, you got your first Dinner Answers menu. And as you know, you can go into the database and change any recipe that you want. If you eat food, Dinner Answers is for you. Go check it out. We have pandemic pricing, only $7 a month. And every Tuesday, we deliver to you every single week. Menu, recipes, and shopping lists. And we appreciate the people who support us, and we support you back in return. Thank you again. Join me again tomorrow at 4 o'clock. I don't know what I'm cooking, but it'll be something good. Promise you. Peace out.